I'm on a cleanse. My microbes are on a buffet. That's the harsh, humiliating truth I've slowly come to accept. While I painstakingly count calories, track macros, and sip green tea like a health-obsessed monk, my gut is quietly running a fermentation empire behind my back. Every bite I eat is a negotiation in a complex internal economy where I'm the clueless employee and my microbes are the ruthless CEOs. While I sleep, they're fermenting undigested carbohydrates into hydrogen, carbon dioxide, and, for the particularly ambitious among them, methane. While I diet, they're renegotiating calorie deals, ensuring that nothing passes unabsorbed and every nutrient is accounted for in their favor. My digestive system isn't lazy. Far from it. It works harder than I do, and it's doing it with zero accountability and maximum gas production. The irony is brutal. I starve myself to create a caloric deficit, believing that discipline will translate into weight loss. Meanwhile, the methanogens and hydrogen producers in my intestines are running an alternative energy market that extracts extra calories from every grain, bean, and vegetable I ingest. Fiber, the supposed hero of healthy eating, becomes the primary commodity in their trade. Resistant starches, prebiotics, legumes, cruciferous vegetables, each one is fuel for their relentless fermentation. While I believe I'm feeding myself, I'm actually investing in their gas-rich, calorie-dense economy. The ROI for me is discomfort, bloating, and weight retention. The ROI for them is pure, unregulated profit. More gas, more calories absorbed, more metabolic leverage against my efforts. And it's not just about weight. My gut's industriousness comes with physiological consequences. Methane production slows intestinal transit, meaning food lingers far longer than it should. The longer food sits, the more time my microbes have to extract energy, produce gas, and influence my metabolism. My intestines are a factory running at peak efficiency, while I am left bloated, gassy, and frustrated. Nutrient absorption becomes a double-edged sword. While I get energy, I also invite metabolic inefficiencies that can contribute to fatigue, insulin resistance, and minor systemic inflammation. The very system that should be helping me thrive instead conspires to slow me down, enforce discomfort, and sabotage my attempts at wellness. Social consequences are equally relentless. Eating in public becomes a strategic operation. Every meal is timed and calculated to minimize embarrassment, yet the unpredictable fermentation and gas output render every plan fragile. I avoid certain foods, tiptoe around fiber-rich meals, and mentally prepare for the inevitable bloating that follows. Sleep is disrupted as my gut continues operations overnight, producing gas while I dream of weight loss and control. Intimacy, social gatherings, even quiet moments of concentration become fraught with anxiety because the very ecosystem I rely on for digestion is secretly undermining me with every action. The more industrious the gut, the less comfortable the human. I've tried solutions: probiotics, digestive enzymes, low FODMAP diets, intermittent fasting, hydration protocols, even short-term fiber restriction. Some provide marginal relief, but the methanogens are adaptive, resilient, and, frankly, relentless. They survive antibiotics, adjust to dietary fluctuations, and rebound with remarkable efficiency after any attempt at microbial management. They have no interest in my goals. They exist solely to optimize energy extraction and maintain their population. I am essentially negotiating with immortal contractors who have zero incentive to consider my comfort or vanity. Every attempt at dietary discipline is countered by their persistence. My gut is not merely hardworking, it is strategic, cunning, and highly organized. The psychological toll cannot be overstated. It's exhausting to realize that your internal systems are more industrious than you are. My life becomes a series of micro-adjustments, balancing what I eat, when I eat, and how much of it my microbes can exploit before I do. Meals are calculated, snacks are strategized, and fiber intake is scrutinized like a stock portfolio. The cumulative anxiety is compounded by the fact that much of the fermentation is silent: methane production, slower transit, bloating, leaving me questioning whether my own sensations are normal or just another manifestation of microbial dominance. Self-doubt creeps in alongside discomfort. Am I lazy, weak-willed, or simply biologically outmaneuvered? The answer is painfully clear. My gut is winning, and I can only manage the fallout. Even healthy behaviors backfire. Clean eating, hydration, and intentional supplementation often act as fuel for microbial overactivity rather than solutions. Prebiotic-rich foods, intended to nourish the microbiome, feed the overachievers in my gut, giving them more leverage to extract calories, generate gas, and slow transit. Fiber smoothies, kombucha, whole grain meals all become high-risk investments in an internal economy that favors microbial elites. I am dieting while my gut runs a buffet. I attempt control while it negotiates unseen energy deals. The broader implications are alarming. Chronic overactivity of methane-producing microbes has been linked to slower digestion, constipation, bloating, metabolic inefficiency, and subtle systemic inflammation. Even when I think I am making progress, my gut is quietly undermining me, extracting more calories, producing more gas, and maintaining its dominance. The imbalance is persistent and difficult to correct without coordinated, long-term interventions that often go beyond conventional dietary advice. Ignoring it is not just inconvenient, it is a slow erosion of metabolic control, energy balance, and quality of life. So here I sit, self-deprecating but fully aware. My gut works harder than I do. While I sleep, it ferments. While I diet, it negotiates new calorie deals. While I measure and track and plan, it plots, extracts, and expands. I am, in essence, an unwilling partner in a system far more efficient, ruthless, and persistent than myself. My microbes do not rest, and they do not care. The lesson is stark. No matter how disciplined I try to be, the internal economy of my intestines operates on its own terms, and the harder I work, the harder my gut works back, ensuring that every calorie counts, every meal has consequences, and every day is a negotiation I cannot win.